Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with my midlife beauty essentials. These are the essential products that I consider to be part of my everyday routines now that I am in my midlife years. And I'm not going to go through everything that I use, or this video would be really long, but these are the products that have sort of changed in my beauty routine since hitting my midlife years. So I'm going to get started with some skincare products. And the first thing that I swear by now in my midlife years when I am taking off my makeup and doing my skincare routine in the evenings is a micellar water. And the one that I am obsessed with is from Bioderma. This is a great kind of cleansing product that I used to use just to take off my eye makeup, and now I'm using it all over my face as part of like a two-step cleansing routine, especially since moving to Florida where it's always hot and humid and sticky outside. I love to really do a double cleanse with my face, and I find that it really helps not only kind of get my makeup off, but also helps kind of get my skin prepared for the next steps in my skincare routine. The other big change in my skincare routine is adding in some type of serum. So right now I'm using the Merit Great Skin system. I have the Merit Great Skin serum as well as the Great Skin moisturizer, and I love these both. They work really well together, but I do only use the serum in the daytime because it is so hot and humid where I live. I really don't need to put on a heavy-duty moisturizer, and then I follow it up with the moisturizer in the evenings. Both of these are packed with really great ingredients, vitamins, things that are so good for your skin, niacinamide and all kinds of good stuff, but I definitely swear by using a serum in the daytime these days because I really need all the help I can get as I am trying to grow old gracefully. And the last part of my skincare routine during the day is to put on a product with SPF. And the products that I have been reaching for since hitting kind of my midlife years and moving to Florida where it's always hot and humid and I don't like wearing any kind of heavy makeup on my face and drawing attention to fine lines and wrinkles and crepiness, is kind of a tinted sunscreen. And the one that was recommended to me by my dermatologist that I go to on the regular is from Elta MD. This is what it looks like. It's just a tinted sunscreen that is kind of perfect for my skin tone. It's got a mineral SPF of 40, and I just love it. I've got multiple different kind of tinted sunscreens from numerous beauty brands, but this is the sort of everyday one that you can actually purchase on Amazon, and it's at a good price point, and I really have been using it faithfully. And that brings me to my next midlife beauty essential, which is makeup. And since moving to Florida and being in my midlife years, I just don't like wearing anything heavy on my face. So I typically will stick to my tinted sunscreen all over. And then I will add on a little bit of concealer, mascara, and some type of lip and cheek product. And that's really it. That's all I'm wearing today. And that is all I really like to wear on a regular basis. So the color that I'm wearing today on my lips and cheeks is actually Merit's Flush Balm in the color Rouge, which is kind of a pinkish red that is kind of the perfect pick-me-up on my lips, on my cheeks, and it's just a one and done, easy go-to product, and that is really it. I think less is more definitely in the midlife years. My next midlife beauty essential is my body care, and I have basically changed up my routine quite a bit since hitting my midlife years. I remember when we were back in North Carolina and I had probably just turned 40, I started noticing that I was getting itchy a lot from not moisturizing my skin enough. I was still using bar soap back in those days, and I had to make the switch to body wash, and that was the first change. And then I started having to pretty much moisturize every day, my body as well as my face. So yeah, the body care that I'm using right now that I'm absolutely obsessed with because it is a clean brand that you can find on Amazon or right on their website or on Sephora, is from Necessaire. So I've just been obsessed with Necessaire's products. I love their body wash as well as their body lotion. I use these every time I take a shower and I just am obsessed with it. And the scent that I love the most are these. This is the eucalyptus scent. I have several others, but this is the one that I kind of go to on the daily, and I really am obsessed with everything Necessaire and with moisturizing my skin every day, which is definitely a change in my midlife years. My next midlife beauty essential is hair care. And really, the only change I've made to my hair care routine these days is using a shampoo and conditioner that are really good for your scalp, because scalp health is so important when you go through some hormonal changes. You may have some breakage in your hair, you may have some fallout in your hair. I know my hair is for sure thinning, and the products that I have been turning to are from, again, Necessaire. I have their rosemary shampoo and conditioner, which is supposed to be really great for scalp health. And since starting to use these products probably about 6 months ago, I can definitely see a huge change in my hair, in the breakage, in how strong and clean my hair feels when I've used these products, and I just swear by them. So yeah, Necessaire rosemary shampoo and conditioner, another must-have essential in my midlife years. My next midlife beauty essential is fragrance. And I know some people don't think of fragrance as a beauty essential, but to me, I really find that it uplifts my spirit, and it makes me, it can change my mood. Whatever I'm wearing that day can definitely change my mood. And I even have fragrance all over my home because I find like aromatherapy is really good for me, not only when I'm working and I need something a little more energizing, but also when I just want to feel either invigorated, when I want to feel calm. There's so many different things I use essential oils and candles for, but on the daily, I definitely spray on different fragrances depending on what I'm doing that day and what time of day it is. Usually in the mornings and during the day, I will go for kind of clean, fresh scents, and then in the evenings, I'll go for something a little bit more kind of sensual or calming and soothing. So the fragrance that I am wearing today, that is actually new to my collection, or the latest fragrance I've added to my collection, is from Chanel, and this is from the Chance line, and this is Chance Eau Splendide. And this is my first Chance fragrance. I haven't really loved the Chance line in the past. I do like the green one. I can't remember what that's called, but that's a really nice, clean, fresh scent. They're all nice, clean, fresh scents. But this one really spoke to me. This one features this raspberry note that's really tart and really fresh, and it's combined with this really clean, musky goodness with some woods, some rose, some iris. It's just absolutely spectacular. It was love at first sniff. I had to purchase it, and definitely another essential in my sort of beauty routine is wearing a fragrance that really helps to lift my mood. And my last midlife beauty essential is self-care. And when I talk about self-care, I don't just mean your kind of standard beauty routines and things that you do to make yourself look good on the outside. I also mean what you are taking in on the inside and how you are treating your body. These years, I'm doing a lot more than I ever did when it comes to taking care of my body. And I definitely saw a big change when I hit menopause in just my muscle tone, and or not, my lack thereof, and just like my skin, everything just kind of changed. My body went through some pretty significant changes. So I started eating better, I started taking some supplements, and the most important thing, which I'm going to talk about now, are I guess we'll call it strength training routine. So in addition to the yoga that I was doing regularly, I am now alternating that with strength training along with daily walks, just to keep my body moving, keeping it mobile. I find myself doing a lot of mobility exercises, which is kind of funny because, you know, I wouldn't think that I would be doing that in my 50s, but you would be surprised how many aches and pains you can have. I am currently suffering from frozen shoulder in my left shoulder, which has been super fun. And I am trying with my own sort of physical therapy online to improve that situation. But in the meantime, lifting weights is like the most important thing you can do for your bone health, for your body health, and just for your mobility as you are getting older. And I have never been someone who has been good about working out, but I find that my new why for working out is really motivating me to do it more and to take care of myself, because these years it is all about staying healthy, staying mobile, and feeling good. And before, it was just about kind of how I looked on the outside. Now it's really more about how I feel on the inside. And I just think it's the biggest change that I have undertaken since hitting my midlife years. So those are all of my midlife beauty essentials. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will do my best to find links to everything I talked about and leave it below. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next one. Have a great day. Bye.